If you are waiting for your green card, stop what you are doing and watch this video right now. The U.S. government just released the April 2026 Visa Bulletin, and it has some of the biggest green card date movements we have seen in years. 4 specific groups of immigrants can take action right now. If you miss this window, you could be waiting months or even years longer than you need to. Stay with me. I'm going to break this all down in simple English. Welcome back to Immigration Radar USA, the channel that tracks every important U.S. immigration update so you don't have to. My name is Host Name, and in today's video, we are covering the April 2026 Visa Bulletin, the official monthly guide released by the U.S. Department of State that tells green card applicants when they can move forward with their applications. Every single month, the U.S. government publishes this bulletin. And every month, immigration attorneys, applicants, and families across the world wait anxiously to see if their category moved forward. This month, the news is good, especially for certain groups. All the information I'm sharing today comes directly from official government sources, the U.S. Department of State's Visa Bulletin for April 2026, and from USCIS, which is U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Now, let me explain what changed, who benefits, and what you need to do right now. But first, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. We post important immigration updates every week, and you don't want to miss them. Before we dive into the 4 groups, let me quickly explain how the Visa Bulletin works, because understanding this will help you know exactly where you stand. The U.S. government limits the number of green cards it gives out every year. There are about 226,000 green cards available for family-based applicants and at least 140,000 for employment-based applicants. Because demand is much higher than supply, not everyone can get a green card at the same time, so the government uses a system called priority dates to manage the line. Your priority date is basically your place in line. It's usually the date when your immigration petition, your I-130 or I-140, was first filed on your behalf. Every month, the State Department publishes the Visa Bulletin, which shows 2 important charts. Chart A, Final Action Dates. This is the date when your green card can actually be approved. If your priority date is earlier than this date, you may be able to get your green card now. Chart B, Dates for Filing. This is the date when you are allowed to submit your green card application, even if the final approval isn't ready yet. Filing early is still very important because it locks in your place in line and allows you to get a work permit and travel document while you wait. Each month, USCIS announces which chart applicants must follow. For April 2026, this is very important. USCIS confirmed that applicants should use the dates for filing chart for both family-based and employment-based categories. This means more people can get into the system and file their paperwork right now. Now let's talk about the 4 groups who can take action this month. Excited tone. This is the biggest family-based news. The first group, and honestly one of the most exciting updates this month, is for the spouses and children under 21 years old of lawful permanent residents. This group falls under what's called the F2A category. Here's the big news. The F2A category is now current for all countries. What does that mean? It means there is no waiting line anymore for this group. If your husband, wife, or child under 21 is waiting for a green card because you, the green card holder, sponsored them, they may be able to file their green card application right now, regardless of which country they were born in. This is a massive update. This category had a backlog for years. Going current means the line has essentially been cleared, at least for now. So, if you are a green card holder with a spouse or young child waiting abroad or already in the U.S., now is the time to act. Talk to an immigration attorney immediately to check if your family member qualifies to file. The second group that can take action this month is unmarried sons and daughters over 21 years old of U.S. citizens. This falls under the F1 family category. This category saw a big jump in April, advancing by approximately 6 months for most countries, including India, China, and what the government calls all chargeability areas, which covers most of the world. Even Mexico saw about a 4.5-month forward movement in the F1 category. What this means is, if you are a U.S. citizen and you filed a petition for your adult son or daughter, and their priority date is now before the new F1 cutoff date listed in the April Bulletin, they may now be eligible to file their green card application. 6 months of forward movement in a single bulletin is significant. This does not happen every month. Check the April 2026 Visa Bulletin, look at your F1 priority date, and if it's current, consult an immigration attorney right away. Strong, newsworthy tone. Now let's move to employment-based green cards, and this is where things get very exciting. The third group that can take action is anyone with an approved EB-2 petition. That's the category for professionals with advanced degrees or those with exceptional ability in their field, including national interest waiver applicants. Here's the headline. EB-2 final action dates are now current for all countries except China and India. Current means there is no waiting line. If you were born in any country other than China or India and you have an approved EB-2 I-140 petition, your green card number is available right now. You don't need to wait. You can apply for your green card immediately. This is one of the most favorable positions we've seen for the EB-2 category in a long time. What about India? India EB-2 also saw meaningful forward movement in April. On the dates for filing chart, EB-2 India advanced to January 15, 2015. That's a jump of over 2 months compared to March 2026. And on the final action dates chart, India EB-2 moved forward by nearly 10 months, jumping to July 15, 2014. For Indian nationals who have been waiting for many years, this is real, significant progress. What about China? Unfortunately for China-born applicants, there was little to no movement in EB-2. China has an extremely large backlog due to very high demand, and dates remain stuck much further back. Why is this happening? Immigration attorneys and analysts point to the current U.S. administration's pause on consular visa processing for nationals of certain countries. Because fewer visas are being issued at U.S. embassies abroad, more green card numbers are becoming available in the employment-based pool. The State Department itself noted in the April Visa Bulletin that this advancement is partly due to the immigrant visa processing pause. H-1B workers on the path to a green card through EB-2 or EB-3 should pay close attention to this development. The fourth group is employment-based applicants in the EB-3 category, which covers skilled workers, professionals, and unskilled workers. This category also had major movement in April 2026. The dates for filing chart for EB-3 skilled workers and professionals is now current for all countries except India, China, and the Philippines. That is a huge shift. If you were born outside of those 3 countries and you have an approved EB-3 I-140 petition, you may be able to file your green card application right now. For the rest of the world and Mexico, the EB-3 dates for filing chart advanced by 8 months, now sitting at June 1, 2024. That is significant forward movement. What about India? EB-3 India is aligned with EB-2 India right now, also sitting at January 15, 2015 on the dates for filing chart. This alignment is strategically important. If EB-2 is moving faster than EB-3 for India, some applicants may have options to switch or port their case to take advantage of faster movement. What about EB-4? Good news here too. The EB-4 category for special immigrants also advanced. All countries moved forward to July 15, 2022 on final action dates. This affects certain religious workers and other special immigrant categories. One important strategy note: some applicants who filed under EB-3 can potentially port to EB-2 if the EB-2 date is more current. This is called category porting, and it requires specific eligibility. Speak with an immigration attorney about whether this option applies to you. Now, before you rush to file, here are 3 important warnings. Number 1, the Visa Bulletin changes every single month. What is current in April may retrogress, meaning go backward, in May or June. The State Department itself warned in the April Bulletin that retrogression is possible later in the fiscal year, which ends September 30, 2026. So do not delay if your date is current. Number 2, USCIS has also increased its vetting and screening in 2026. Background checks are more thorough and requests for evidence are up. Make sure your application and all your documents are complete and accurate before you file. Number 3, always consult a licensed immigration attorney before filing. Every case is different, and mistakes on immigration forms can cause serious delays or denials. So what does all of this mean for you and your family? It means that for many immigrants, especially those in family-based F2A and F1 categories and employment-based EB2 and EB3 categories, April 2026 may be your window of opportunity. This type of forward movement in the Visa Bulletin is rare, and it may not last. Immigration attorneys across the country are telling their clients the same thing. If your date is current, act now. When you file your green card application, your Form I-485, even before final approval, you gain important benefits. You can apply for a work permit, called an Employment Authorization Document, or EAD. You can apply for an advance parole document that allows you to travel internationally while your case is pending. And most importantly, you lock in your place in line. For families that have been separated for years, waiting for a spouse, a parent, a child, this update brings real hope. And for skilled workers and professionals who have been stuck in the employment-based backlog, especially Indian nationals who have seen very little movement in recent years, the April 2026 Bulletin brings one of the biggest jumps they have seen in a long time. The key takeaway is this: check your priority date. Check the April 2026 Visa Bulletin and speak to an immigration attorney immediately if your date is current. You can find the official April 2026 Visa Bulletin at travel.state.gov and USCIS's filing instructions at uscis.gov. Let's do a quick summary before we go. Group 1, spouses and children under 21 of green card holders. F2A is current for all countries. Apply now. Group 2, adult children of U.S. citizens. F1 advanced by up to 6 months. Check your priority date. Group 3, EB2 employment-based applicants. Current for most countries. India EB2 advanced by nearly 10 months on final action dates. Group 4, EB3 employment-based applicants. Current for most countries. India EB3 also moved forward. Big movement across the board. This is one of the most active visa bulletins we have seen in years, but it may not last. If your priority date is current, speak with an immigration attorney as soon as possible. We will continue monitoring the May 2026 Visa Bulletin and all USCIS updates and bring them straight to you in simple, clear English. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who is waiting for their green card, and drop your questions in the comments below. We read every comment. Thank you for watching Immigration Radar USA. Subscribe for the latest U.S. immigration updates, and we'll see you in the next video.